Most people think their daily brushing is good enough, but unknowingly, they're skipping parts of a complete daily cleaning routine that could quietly wreck their teeth and cost them thousands down the road. I'm Dr. Larry Dougherty, a practicing dentist here in San Antonio for nearly 2 decades, and I've treated countless patients who believed brushing alone would protect their smile, only to face cavities, gum disease, and expensive treatments later on. The truth is, a healthy mouth has nothing to do with how hard you brush or how fancy your toothpaste is. The secret lies in doing the right things in the right order every single day. So in this video, I'll show you the exact step-by-step cleaning routine I give my own patients to keep their teeth strong, healthy, and dentist approved for life. Because when you get this routine down, you'll never have to worry about surprise dental bills or emergency visits again. Point 1. Floss first. But first, let me stop you right here. Most people would think that brushing their teeth is the first step in the routine. But if you do that instead of flossing, all the plaque and debris you just loosened stays sitting on your teeth. Think about it this way. When you brush first, you're essentially moving all that bacteria and food particles around your mouth without actually removing them. Then you rinse and boom, half of that gunk settles right back in between your teeth where your toothbrush can't reach it. But if you floss before brushing, your toothbrush and toothpaste can sweep away everything, leaving your mouth cleaner and your fluoride working more effectively. You see, the fluoride can actually penetrate those tight spaces between your teeth instead of trying to work through a layer of plaque. I've had patients that come in here who brush their teeth faithfully every day, and I believe them. It's just that they never flossed. And I could see that because their front teeth looked fine during a quick check, but between the molars is a different story. I'm talking about decay and gum inflammation hiding where a brush couldn't go. And unfortunately, this is actually pretty common. That's why flossing shouldn't be treated as an option. It's the first step and the foundation to a complete routine. But you'd be surprised to know how many people don't know how to actually floss their teeth properly. And so the first step is just choosing the right tool. You can use a traditional floss, a floss pick, or a water pick if you have braces, a bridge, or an implant-supported prosthetic. Traditional floss gives you the most control, but floss picks work great if you're always on the go. For anyone with complicated dental work, a water pick can get around appliances that make traditional flossing tricky. The second step is to actually use enough floss. About 18 inches is ideal. Just wrap it around your middle fingers and guide it with your thumbs and forefingers. Most people use way too little floss and end up dragging that same dirty section from tooth to tooth, which just spreads bacteria around. The third step is to curve the floss gently around each tooth and slide it up and down, going slightly below the gum line. The goal is to hug the tooth surface and scrape away the plaque film that's stuck there. Don't just pop the floss in and out. And don't get me wrong, flossing incorrectly is actually better than nothing, but make the effort to get good at it. The fourth step, you gotta be thorough. Use a clean section of floss for each tooth to avoid spreading bacteria. This is where that 18-inch length comes in handy. You want fresh floss touching every tooth surface. Lastly, you need to rinse. After flossing, spit and rinse to clean debris before brushing. This gets all that loosened plaque and food particles out of your mouth so your toothbrush can focus on polishing and your toothpaste can do its job. But that's just the foundation. When done correctly, you're setting up your oral health for success. Now, while this sequence worked for just about anybody, you can still dial in your routine with personalized recommendations based on your teeth and gums. And you can do that by booking a consultation with us. And it's super easy. Just click the link in the description and schedule with our office. Point 2, brush the right way. Now let's talk about brushing, because here's the thing. Even though it's the part everyone knows and does every day, most people are still not doing it the right way. People rush because they're late, distracted, or think 30 seconds is good enough. That's just how most people do it. Patients come into my office thinking they're doing everything right. But when I ask them to show me how they brush, I watch them scrub back and forth like they're cleaning grout. Others race through it in less than a minute because they're trying to get out the door. Some only brush the front teeth because those are the ones they see in the mirror. They skip along the gum line where plaque loves to hide, or they completely forget about their tongue, which harbors tons of bacteria. All of this leads to plaque that gets left behind, worn enamel, and gum recession. In other words, gentle and thorough brushing for the right amount of time is what keeps teeth clean without causing damage. The goal of brushing is to disrupt the plaque biofilm that forms on your teeth and polish away surface stains and debris. Don't think clean or scrub, think massage. It's also important to pick a soft bristled toothbrush. It doesn't matter if it's manual or electric, as long as the bristles are soft enough. Avoid getting medium and hard bristles because they can actually damage your enamel and push your gums back over time. Soft bristles are just as effective at removing plaque when used correctly, and they're much safer for your mouth. Additionally, you can set a timer for when you're brushing your teeth. Studies show that the average person brushes their teeth for only about 45 seconds, but the optimal time is actually 2 minutes. So you're probably not brushing your teeth long enough to get the best results. You could use your phone timer or one of those toothbrushes that have timers for this. But beyond that, the most important thing is to use light pressure. Trust that the bristles and toothpaste will do the work for you. If you're pressing hard enough to bend the bristles flat against your teeth, you're using way too much force. And here's where technique matters. Hold your brush at a 45-degree angle toward the gum line and move in small, gentle circles. This way, the bristles reach just under the gum line where plaque likes to hide. Small circles work better than back and forth scrubbing because they adapt to the curves of each tooth. You also want to make sure you're covering everything, outer, inner, and chewing surfaces, plus your tongue. An easy way is to divide your mouth into 4 sections and spend 30 seconds on each. Pay extra attention to the backs of your front teeth where tartar builds up the fastest, and always finish by gently brushing your tongue to sweep away bacteria that cause bad breath. Point 3. Clean retainers and mouth guards the right way. But besides cleaning your teeth, gums, and tongue, this is one of the biggest steps most people skip in their dental routines. Imagine you just got a brand new retainer. You're diligent and you're brushing with toothpaste every night, thinking you're keeping it sparkling clean. But a few months later, it's cloudy, smells bad, and doesn't feel smooth anymore. The surface feels rough against your tongue, and you're embarrassed to take it out in public because of the odor. Now you're stuck paying for a replacement when all that damage came from cleaning it the wrong way. The toothpaste you thought was helping actually contains abrasives that scratched up the surface, creating tiny grooves where bacteria could hide and multiply. I see this scenario play out constantly. Patients invest hundreds or even thousands of dollars in retainers, night guards, or Invisalign trays, then unknowingly destroy them with improper cleaning methods. This is why it's important to also properly clean your investments. As the saying goes, take care of your tools and your tools will take care of you. That's because these appliances sit in your mouth for hours at a time, which means they're constantly exposed to bacteria, saliva, and food particles. Without proper cleaning, they become breeding grounds for harmful bacteria that can cause bad breath, gum inflammation, and even tooth decay. How do you clean your accessories properly? Skip the toothpaste. Never use toothpaste or a toothbrush on retainers, night guards, or Invisalign trays. Toothpaste contains abrasives designed to remove plaque from tooth enamel, but these same abrasives will scratch and cloud plastic appliances. Once the surface is scratched, bacteria can settle into those microscopic grooves and become nearly impossible to remove. Instead, what you can do is buy an ultrasonic cleaner and oral appliance cleaning tablets. Ultrasonic cleaners use sound waves to create tiny bubbles that gently remove debris without scratching. Meanwhile, the cleaning tablets are specifically formulated to break down bacteria and plaque without damaging plastic materials. In any case, my favorite stuff at any given moment is all in my Amazon store, so just go there for my most up-to-date recommendations as far as models and brands. Links in the description. Point 4, keep it simple and avoid gimmicks. But if you're gonna take anything away from this video, I want it to be this. Because even the best routine will fail if you don't follow through with this important step. You see, the dental industry is full of expensive miracle toothpaste, bargain bin electric brushes that don't really deliver. Patients come to me all the time asking about what the latest whitening toothpaste they saw advertised or some gadget they found online that promises to revolutionize their oral care. Meanwhile, they're struggling to floss consistently and they're still using the same toothbrush they bought 6 months ago. The truth is that consistency beats fancy products every single time. I'd rather see a patient use basic floss and a soft bristled toothbrush every day than have them use the most expensive electric toothbrush twice a week. And that's the thing. You don't have to overcomplicate your routine. Stick with products that work and avoid gimmicks. Remember, the most effective oral hygiene routine is one you actually follow. If your routine is complicated, requires special equipment, or takes too long, you'll find excuses to skip it. You might not skip brushing your teeth, well, because that's disgusting, but the other important bits you might. That's why simple, consistent habits will always be the best way. I'm sure you don't need a toothbrush, but for flossing and rinsing, make sure to keep them where you can see them. That's really pretty much all you need. So now that you know the daily routine to keep your gums and teeth healthy, you might be wondering about the next piece of the puzzle to make your teeth look more aesthetic. And for most people, that next step is whitening. It seems simple, but most people don't realize there's a lot more to it than what you see on the store shelves. If you're curious to know more, click on the next video.